Hey guys, Barry Drennan, Fairbairn Protocol H2H. I'm pretty happy today. This is why. This is a book called Hands Off. It was a self-defense book for women. It was designed by Fairbairn, William Eva Fairbairn, back in 1942. It's a great book, but what catches my interest is inside it has an umbrella drill, number 15 umbrella drill. The thing that's interesting with that is the exact same drill that he uses as an original book for training the commandos in Scotland in 1942 for training with a baton. And it persists again through to get tough when he was training the the American Armed Forces. So it's a powerful, powerful drill. In this position here, it puts it into a civilian with an umbrella, which makes it wonderful for areas where you're not carrying a weapon or weapons aren't allowed or this type of thing. Very, very nice. So my mission today is to show you that drill with the umbrella, using an umbrella that I can trust. I've seen quite a few of these. This one is made by security-umbrella.com, and I'm impressed with it. Like I say, if you want to see the durability, there's 50 videos out there on YouTube. You can see a lot of them where they're abusing the heck out of it, which is wonderful. And of course, there's lots of them selling it. I am not selling this. I don't want to sell this because I want you to understand I'm not making a penny from this. This is something I believe in. This is an umbrella that I could trust my life with. So I pass that to you and with this methodology. So that I say to myself, I can trust what I've given you will work. That's why I have this umbrella. That's why I have this specific umbrella. It's a short version. There's a longer one. I like the short version. It fits this really well. So let me show you the methodology, and now we'll slip to the Fairbairn method. So as I always advocate, a little bit of a stance. All that is a little bit of shoulder width feet, knees bent, get your balance down a little bit, and that's it. We start off in what most people would call a guard position. This is a guard position, where your hand is underneath. We roll that baby finger in to secure the grip, roll that baby finger in, leave some meat out of either end to strike with, and that's where we're working from. At this point, we go to the very first movement. There will be no combinations. I will show you flow for the purpose of flow, for the purpose of drill, but I won't show you them as combinations. I don't believe in combinations. So the first one, we're going to push it across the body like this. But be very careful. As we push it across, it's not just a push with the tip. What we're doing is we're pulling in the bottom and twisting across the hand like a fulcrum. This is like a fulcrum point, as if you were like prying up a rock, putting a little rock underneath here. Your hand's at fulcrum point, and we push that fulcrum point across the body while ripping it back here, and that causes a lot of power as it digs into the abdomen, like that. So you rip it into the hip, rip, and at the same time you pass that fulcrum point across the front. So that's the movement in itself. So it looks like that. Coming in and ripping across, ripping it in here, ripping it across the abdomen. So after that, for purpose of drill, we come straight into a vertical strike, straight up the center like this. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to strike into the throat, underneath the chin, here. This is considered to be a kill shot, so be very attentive to this. I'm not fooling around with the words. You be very careful if you decide to use that movement. Okay, something underneath the chin like this. So they flow together across and then up underneath in that particular choice of flow. Having said that, the movement is just very blunt, straight up underneath, straight into the throat like that. Proximity is good. Across, step in and up, works very nicely. So that's 2 moves. There's only 5 in total. Once we've taken it across, put it up, then we can slip into an easy move, which is a butt stroke like you would see with a rifle. You take it in, and now you bring it across with the body, powering out of your legs, powering out of your torso, the shoulder twist, driving that butt into the side of the head, and the side of the head targets. Across like this, bang, driving it through. So if we come through, up the center, and drive it through, and that would be like, that's the type of flow you would get with that if you use that sequence of events. Now, so 1, 2, 3. Now from here, the easiest thing is just to flip the top over and just drag it down the face. And you drive it down with aggression, and of course, you can flip it over and ram it in as you drive it down as well. So you have the flow, so going across, and these pivoting movements that drag body weight into the movement. So that's very simple. Just drag it down the center. Just drag it down the center. And you see how I'm dropping my weight, dragging it down, powering it into his face, powering backwards with the strike of the tip of the umbrella. The 5th movement comes off of that very, very simply, where we come in with the the whole bar across the throat or underneath the nose. So that comes in like that, straight like that, ramming it in. You can be short ramming it in or long ramming it in, but under the nose, into the throat, that type of thing. Again, ramming into the throat, dangerous. Should be thinking about the lethality of that. So just to show flow of all those movements, we have the first movement, we have the second movement, we have the third movement, we have the fourth movement, and we have the fifth movement. And the way that we work together is just simply flowing like that. A nice smooth movement. From there, you can do anything you want. For example, he shows that on certain occasions, you can just ram it in. Here you'd ram it in like a bayonet, like that. So just straight from there, right in, ram it in. And it goes, movements can be added together to make that flow as you recognize opportunity. Vice versa, you can make that same jab into the face. It's the same jab, just instead of going to the body, you're now going for facial targets. And again, off of there, simple movements. You can come into the side neck here as a variation of the down. And come into all those side targets. So you then come up, strike, 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 and then down on an angle into the neck. Again, works wonderful. They all flow together. When training in this, I advocate you switch them around a lot. So it's not a combination. Instead, you can flow from one to the other very simply, and you'll find that that's very smooth. So I'm very happy with this. Happy with the umbrella. Finally figured out something there. Happy to promote this rascal for sure. And very, very happy to be able to film this today for you guys. Listen, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it. You have a great day.